guys, my name is Presley Foster. This is my first YouTube video. Just wanted to try something new. I'm currently in my house right now. This is my first day being on lockdown. I don't know why I put quotes, it technically is a lockdown, I guess. So I decided to deep clean my room. It's something I'm good at and it's something I love to do, so just wanted to give some tips and tricks in this video on how you can stay organized and how you can stay clean. Keep yourself busy while we're dealing with the coronavirus. So let's get started. So before we get started with any of those cleaning tips, I think the very first thing that you should do is strip your bed and put your bed sheets, your pillowcases, your duvet into the washer, and while we're cleaning our room, it will eventually be ready for us to put back together. Next thing that I like to do is grab all the objects that I have on my dresser, nightstand, bookshelf, and just put it on my bed and clutter it together while I'm cleaning my room. So, first thing we want to do in cleaning tips, since we moved everything out of the way, we're going to dust first. Dust your shelves, desks, dressers, headboard, and especially your fans. Now you in infinity, we 98, trust that he be good. On the ball like BB, don't make no mistakes, got the faith. The 18 just not gonna be the same. Finna bleed down generations, not gonna be in vain. Too young, why you gotta go, why you gotta go? I just wanna know now, true now. Cry and get no, hope you freed your soul, I might have caught the June blues. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, which also goes along with dusting, is I get a cleaning cloth and just put a little bit of indust on there. You don't want to put too much. You don't want to make your desks and shelves too oily, and just apply it to the surface. Now that we have all the dust particles out of the way, this would be a perfect time to vacuum. Now the last thing that we're going to do is use glass cleaner and a cleaning cloth to clean all our mirrors and glass in our room. And there's my boyfriend Ethan. Hi Ethan! Walk around like who you, yeah. Just something you get used to, yeah. Now before cleaning your closet, I usually do my laundry before so I have my clothes ready to organize. And when it comes to cleaning my closet, I always go through all my stuff and look for any remaining hangers and put them last so they're a lot easier to find. And I also put my clothes in color coordination, so it goes from red to black on the color wheel. Just look it up and you would be able to find it. And I also divide my clothes into short sleeves to long sleeves to coats to dresses. As you can see on the top shelf, I keep a lot of my books and childhood stuff up there. So there's not too much to organize, but whenever I do have time, I just go through it, make sure there's no trash, and if there is, just get rid of it or find a different place to put it. So the last step to cleaning your closet is to focus on your shoes. I do have a shoe shelf, so I kind of just like dust it and clean it, make sure it's all dust free. And then I just make sure that my shoes are in the right place that they should be. I kind of just organize them by shoes that are like them. So like all my Adidas I put in one, and my Vans I put in one, and all that.
Stop recording. I'm being serious. We're having a talk about this. Stop recording.
Why are you having a talk about it?
I'm gonna beat him.
Okay, that's your plan.
I'm gonna jump 50 feet this year.
50? How far has he jumped?
49, 11 and a half. And I just hit 40 last week. So
The first thing that we're going to do in placement tips is clean all the objects that you're going to be putting on your dressers, nightstand, and your desk. Okay, so I'm going to brag for a second. These shelves are not actually shelves. They're like wooden containers that I found at Michael's. So yeah, I did that. So in the process of doing placement, I tend to put my succulents and flowers on the right side of everything. I don't know why. It's not really a rule that you have to follow. It's just kind of a suggestion. It's kind of like an OCD thing of mine. I just like always do that whenever I'm placing stuff, so. So I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I had this vineyard thing on my windowsill and I decided to put it on my mirror. I didn't really like it on the windowsill. And what's cool about being organized is that you find certain objects in your room and you decided to find it in a different spot and it just creates a whole new environment. If you're like a clean freak like me, it's like a whole cool big thrill. As heavy falls, heavy falls, heavy falls down on me. Nothing quite like all this color. Couldn't paint a better day. Got good times on the horizon. I can see them. So I keep my makeup products on my desk. That's where I do my makeup. I don't have a whole lot, but I suggest that you clean the sponges, you get rid of anything that you don't really use, and you organize them by category and size. Now I'm just going through this little storage box thingy that I have in my room, and I just keep my school books and folders in here. The only tip I really have to give is that when storing things together, make sure you're putting similar items in the same thing so it's easier to find. The next thing I'm doing is just giving little demonstrations on how I fold certain things in my drawers. These are demonstrations on how to fold pants, underwear, shirts, and so on. So this is just to follow along on how to fold those things. By doing this, you could save a lot of room in your drawers, and I highly suggest that you do some of these things. As heavy falls, heavy falls, heavy falls down on me. And now that I have my bed completely made, we're gonna get some Febreze and finish it all up. And that's the end of my video, guys. Here's a quick tour of the finished product.